Okay, let's now try to talk about nitty-gritty, so how you start. So the program, let me share my screen again with you, Kindle Publishing, and try to share the screen with you. There you go. Okay, so the program for publishing on Amazon is called Kindle Direct Publishing, kdp.amazon.com. Okay, KDP Publishing. That's where you do it. In order to work with on this program, all you need is to have an Amazon account, the Amazon buying account, yeah? So if you buy on Amazon, you can log in into KDP. So when you create your account, or when you log in to KDP Publishing, you come to this page, which is called Bookshelf. This is your bookshelf. This where the books which you've published or working on in Amazon, they are all listed here. So you'll see this is my Molian Mysterious Sea Turtles, Smell Like No Other, I Want to Stop Procrastinating Now, and other books which you see behind me. So this is your bookshelf. These are the books which you are either working on or have already published. So in order to start a new book, you click here on the button Create. And I've created, it's not a book, I just want to show you how easily it is done. So I put our booklet here, Master Practitioner Diploma in CBT booklet. So I've already created it, and now we will start setting it up. So go into paperback details. So this is the first page where you put your information in. You put your book title here. If it has a subtitle, you put subtitle, and you put your details as an author. Yeah, I put SDS Seminars because I'm not going to publish this book. It's just for your benefit, so it doesn't matter. What is important, after you've published your book, you can change practically everything. You can't change the name and the author of your book. Okay, so these things remain, once you've published, these things remain unchangeable. So what is the name of the book and who is the author of the book. Then you can list various contributors if you have your illustrator, if you have your designer, or if there are several authors, you can list them all here under contributors. You see, you have editor, forward, illustrators, introduction, so on, for photographer. So you can list everyone so no one is left out. Very important to put a good blurb, good description here, because this is exactly what will be showing on Amazon when you are selling your book. Okay, so I don't know if can you see Amazon here? Yeah, when I changed, can you see Molian Mysterious Sea Turtles? Somebody nod? Yes. Okay. So this is this important blurb which lets you sell your book. So that's where you put it, on the first page of your KDP. It's very good idea to leave it. So I put here diploma booklet, and I will do the proper description when everything else is set up, because you want to edit it really well. So you can always come back to it and change your description. And even after you've published your book, this description still can be changed. The title can't, okay? Then you declare that you own the copyright and hold necessary publishing rights. So my contract with my illustrator enables me to tick that box that I am allowed to publish her work as part of my book. Okay, so publishing rights, very important. You say that there's nothing sexually explicit in your book, which I hope it won't be. And if necessary, you put the age range. So for children books, it's important. For general books, no need to put age range if they can be suitable for everyone. And then you choose your primary marketplace. So probably you would prefer it to be amazon.co.uk. So that's what you put here, yeah, that your primary marketplace is UK. Then you use a very important listing option is categories. Choosing right categories is a tricky but key issue, because it's in your categories you can get your bestseller badge. Yeah, you know, Amazon #1 bestseller. It will be for category. In the past, there was a little trick when Amazon allowed you afterwards add lots of categories. Now they're sticking to 3 categories, which they're giving you here. So I'll just show you how it's done. So first you choose a big, broad category for your book. Well, I've chosen here education, studies and teaching. And I've chosen the subcategory adult and continuing education and open and distance learning. That's my first category saved, but I can add another category. Yeah, and it's quite good to choose slightly different categories so it leads people through a different pathway. So for example, here, let's say we will choose scientific, technical, and medical, for example, yeah? And then I will choose something slightly different. Well, let's say medicine and nursing. It's not really, but I'm just showing you how it's done. And I'll put it medical research and equipment, for example. And then I will add another category. Say health, family, and lifestyle. Psychology and psychiatry. Cognition and cognitive psychology, emotions. Okay, so I've chosen 3 categories. You see, 3 out of 3 category placements selected. And these things, again, eventually you can change and try to list your book in different categories and see whether it will affect your sale. Yeah, so this is very important decision, what categories to choose. And then you're choosing keywords just to help the search. You choose various words which can help to choose your to list your book. So up to, what is it, 7 keywords. I won't be doing them all now, but you can do it for your book. Then you tick publication day and release day is the same. So once you've published your book, it will be counted as your publication day. And it says release my book for sale now. It doesn't mean it will release it straight away. You just tick it, that when at the end you will press the button publish my book, it will release it automatically. Okay, so you don't have to come back and schedule your book release. So that was your first page. You see, pretty easy. Yeah, you find it easy? Quite straightforward. It's nothing particularly difficult. So the second page is the content of your book. The first thing, which is very good with Amazon, is that they will assign ISBN to your book. So you don't have to register, you know, the barcode, yeah? The one on the back, this one. So Amazon will assign that for you. You don't have to go and get the barcode externally, and you don't have to worry about paying for that as well, because there are companies which will do it for you, but you have to pay them. So you can tick that Amazon can assign it to you, and then they will place the barcode on the back of your book automatically. Now, print options. Amazon now gives us 4 different print options. You can have black and white book with cream paper, black and white book with white paper. I use white for Molly. Yeah, for children's book, it's better to use white, in my opinion. For something, for example, if you're writing romance or you're writing detective stories, have a look at other books, see what kind of paper they use and go with that, because usually it's well researched. So quite a lot of, for example, Agatha Christie books are all printed on cream paper. So you can choose that one. You can go standard color interior and premium color interior. So, of course, the price of printing with Amazon will depend on whether you go for black and white book or the color book. But again, think of your market, think whether you're doing it just for your friends and family and you're happy to pay slightly premium price for color, or you are doing it for wider audience who are not happy to pay higher price. So you make a decision whether you go for color or you go for black and white. And then you choose sizes. So there's plenty of sizes you can choose on Amazon. I am showing you this size for a very simple reason. For this size, the content can be uploaded on simple A4, okay? So when you do smaller books, you need to save them in PDF in smaller formats. So just for the simplicity's sake, we will go for 8.5 by 11 inches, and that can be uploaded in A4 format PDF. That is very simple. That's what I'm going for with you. Then again, just what I've what I've chosen through trial and error. I go for no bleed, and I usually use matte cover. You can choose gloss cover. For example, I want to stop procrastinating now. You can see it's glossy. I prefer how matte feels. It's really, really nice to touch. But again, it's entirely up to you whether you want to have matte or glossy color. And then you go to uploading manuscript. So I'll show you, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? A Word document? No? No. Okay, let me stop sharing and share it separately. So because we are doing that diploma booklet, just as an example for you, I have done that diploma booklet and I'll show you how it works. So you see it now, yeah? The Word document. This is the diploma booklet in simple A4 format. You might have to do some trial and error just in terms of boundaries, what kind of margins to have on a piece of paper. But you can see it's very, very simple. It's just a simple Word document. Yeah, you will have to play with it in terms of margins, but otherwise it's a very simple Word document. What I usually do, that's again just a little life hack from me, I put a blank white page first, because then when I look at the document as 2 pages, I can see exactly how it will look in the book. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the left page and that's the right page. Yeah. So that's how I usually do it. But when you then put it on Amazon, they don't need this first page. So then I'll delete it. That's my life hack. You don't have to follow it. So let's save it as a PDF. Let's say and call it 3. Course documentation booklet 3. Just doing it to show you how easy it is. and then stop share. And now I will share the KDP again. Upload manuscript. So you remember we called it number 3, didn't we? Yes, that's the one. That's the one we've just saved, and we are putting it to upload. Uploading will take a little bit of time, depending on how long is your book and how many illustrations you have in it. So you can see my booklet was very, very short. So it uploaded very quickly. When I'm uploading a book with a lot of big illustrations, it takes quite a bit longer. But that's fine. So the manuscript was uploaded, and then you go into Cover Creator. Today we will not be covering Cover Creator because it's quite a complicated, not very complicated, but can be quite a complicated thing. We'll probably meet again to do Cover Creator. And then you just declare that you didn't use any artificial intelligence to produce your book. I don't know what will happen if you say, yes, I use artificial intelligence. I've never done that, but potentially you're just declaring that you didn't use any artificial intelligence. And then you can launch a previewer to see how your book will look when it is printed. Again, depending on the size of your book, it will be very quick like today, or will take quite a bit of time. Can you see the previewer? Yeah, it shows. So that's your cover. Then you can see the insides of your book. You go through them page by page. You can see exactly how your book will look when you've printed it. Yeah. And you go through the whole book. And if something is not right, Amazon will immediately tell you, for example, this picture is bad quality, or this picture is outside the margins and things like that. They're picking up on all the mistakes which you've done with your formatting. But if everything okay, there's no red lines, there's no exclamation marks, so Amazon is happy with our book. So we say to Amazon that we are happy and we approve. So at this point, this easy, your book is ready to be published. Okay? I don't want to mention how much of blood and sweat you use to produce the book, but in terms of putting it for publishing, it is really this straightforward. And your Amazon tells you exactly what your printing cost is. You see, for this small book, it will be, printing cost will be $2.15. You're not paying it. You are not paying it. It's what Amazon will hold back from the price which you put on your book. Okay, so you go to the next page where you will determine the pricing for your book, how you want to sell it. You want to sell it just in all territories or in particular individual territories, for example, only in UK or worldwide. And you can put the price. They tell you what is the minimum price they require you to put. So in this book, it's $3.58. And you say, for example, I want to sell it for £5, for example, yeah, and they will tell you what will be your royalty on that particular book, and they will determine the price for your book in all other territories. Okay, so that's all done for you. Or you can say, no, I want to put the price in other territories myself because I know that in Japan this book will be particularly popular. So, and then you can do it all yourself. So this book I'm saving as draft, I'm not publishing it, but I just wanted to show you some basics, how easily it can be done. And yeah, so it's not that scary. The scary bit is writing a book. Publishing it can be easy nowadays. So please, not much time left. Do you have any questions? Good judge. Yes, you can use artificial intelligence for illustrations. But you will have to tick the box. Yes, I used AI for this book, and I don't know what happens because I've never ticked it, so I don't know what will be the next step. Whether they will say, no, you can't publish it, or they will say, that's okay, but we need to put a disclaimer on the book or something like that. I haven't tried it, so I haven't got a clue. What I will ask you to do, I can see you already writing thanks and feedback. I wanted to ask you to write a little bit of feedback because, and whether you think you would like a slightly more in-depth training in terms of formatting the book, in terms of finding the illustrator, finding the editor, and things like that. So if you are interested in some more in-depth training, can you please put it in the chat so I could see whether there is an audience for that or not, and or whether you want to have any further meetings like this just to polish your skills. So any feedback would be much appreciated so we could share it with your colleagues. Well, thank you very much. Any questions? No more questions? I was just so clear that there's no questions whatsoever. Okay. Well, I wish you luck with publishing your book. And if you publish something, definitely let us know when your book is out and whether this has been helpful. Thank you very much. You can unmute yourself, say your goodbyes, and show me your faces, those people who are hiding behind the black screens, and say goodbye, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Julia. That was lovely.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're
Very,
very welcome.
very
Thank you very much.
inspirational. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, and happy
Right.
everyone.